Okay, we're in Isaiah, the 30th chapter, the 9th verse. See, that this is rebellious people, lying children. So we go into Revelation 22 and 15. Lying children. Let's see if any liars going into the kingdom. Lying children. Revelation 22:15. This is the last book of the Bible. For without the kingdom are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You want to make some lies up? You gonna be without the kingdom. You ain't going into the kingdom. Point blank. That's why it's said. Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is rebellious people. Lying children. Children that will not hear the law of the Most High. Don't that sound like a lot of you Christians out there? We ain't under the law, we in the mercy and grace. We Gentiles, we were grafted in, we got the whole field of the Holy Ghost, speaking in tongues. You can't interpret nothing. And ain't nobody there to interpret whatever you say. Whole church standing up speaking in tongues. Ain't nobody, Paul said, don't do that. By one or two, and somebody interpreted. Third person interpreting whatever you saying. But nah, y'all think y'all know. That's wrong. Children that will not hear the law of the Most High. That's terrible. You don't want to hear the law of the Most High? That's not good. That's not good at all. You think about it, people they really have a problem in doing what's right, or telling them what's right. People are really, really prideful. Look, Proverbs 29:23. A man's pride shall bring him low. We talk about it all night. Low. A man's pride shall bring him low. But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. See? Well, you gotta really look at this for what it is. You don't want to be caught in the wrong spirit. Or else you can look forward to the Most High dealing with you. You don't want to fall into the hands of living power. The Most High says it's a fearful thing to fall into his hands in living power. Look at Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment, which is the laws of the Most High, shall be rewarded. See? Real. That's why we got to look at this and really follow through with what it is the Most High is saying without hesitation. Going back to Isaiah 30. You hear what he said? That this rebellious people, verse 9, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Most High. That's why they say you destroy for lack of knowledge. You don't want to keep the laws of the Most High. Would say to the seers, we'll call seers before they were called prophets, see not, don't be looking at me. Don't be exposing me. I'm holier than thou. I'm holier than ever. No humility at all. Thinking that you rolling in the spirit of the Most High. You know, created your own power. It's not the power of this Bible. That's why I look at Proverbs 16 and 25. Proverbs 16, 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. It seems right to you, but the end thereof are the ways of death. What's already told you what he's going to do. Some things he's already doing. Some people are actually feeling the wrath of the Most High. As I'm speaking now, he's tearing their land up, flooding them, bringing forth fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, whipping them up. You don't want to be caught in the hands of the Most High. If you're caught in the Most High saying you want him to be showing you love and his blessing, rather than being caught up with him and he's showing forth his wrath, his anger, what you gonna do when he comes for you? You better be ready. You know that. Hopefully you'll see what it is that you have to do and inquire. If you don't know, you find out what you could do to make yourself better, according to thus say the Most High's word. This is serious. I don't think people think that the Most High is a man of war. Exodus 15:3 says the Most High is a man, not a woman, a man of war. The Most High is his name. Look at Proverbs 28. We still in Isaiah 30. It's dealing with the rebelliousness of our people. Proverbs 28:4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. We ain't under the law, we're in the mercy of grace. You praising the wicked. Point blank. They that forsake the law, you don't want to do what the law says, you praise the wicked. But such as keep the law, contend with them. That's why you hear me contend with you. Because you don't want to do what's right. And those the wicked want you to follow, let them, oh, just let me be. Gonna see this, hey, don't see me, don't look at me. Or they be like, you can't see me. And you see them clearly. But it'd be like, oh, you don't see me. That's what I say. They that forsake the law, praise the wicked. But such as keep the law, contend with them. Look, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. You hear that? He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Then you're going to go pray to the Most High. And someone's talking to you about what's right according to the say the Most High. He said, even your prayer shall be a filthy, wicked act, an abomination before the Most High. But our rebellious Israel, what they say? Isaiah 30:10, which say to the seers, see not, don't be looking at us. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, telling you what the law of the Most High says, his commandments, what this word is telling us to do. Speaking of smooth things, you want to hear smooth things, well, follow what I say. Let me just be me, you know. Let me follow my heart, my mind. Let me do what I want to do, how I want to do it. Then when the Most High jack your butt, then you want somebody to feel sorry for you. But you ain't want to hear it. Word of the Most High, even your prayer abomination. When you pray to the Most High, say that's a filthy, wicked act. It's filthy, McNasty to the Most High. Mashiach said, I ain't taking this to the Most High. You don't want to do what I say, but yet still you want to ask me for something? Think about it. You have children, and your children bad as ever. And they say, I want to go, take me to Summit Beach. Take me to Magic Mountain. Take me to Disneyland. But they've been bad as ever. And you're going to reward them and take them to Disneyland. Unless you're a fool. You know, fools, they hate instruction. They hate they hate wisdom. So, unless you're a fool, but most people not a fool, they're not going to do that. I mean, they done made you angry. You might have to miss some money on your job to leave work to come to deal with them in school and so forth. And then they'll say, oh, I want to go to Disneyland this week. Or if you plan on something, taking them to Disneyland, they plan on going somewhere, you ain't going nothing. Now you think the Most High, now you think you more important than the Most High, right? That's how you feel. You say, man, it's in the image of the Most High. So you're not going to do that? What do you think the Most High going to do it? He's going to bless you because you are so innocent and being wicked as ever. In your own mind, though. I don't know who you think you fooling. Listen to what he say. It's what they say. We say to the seers, see not, don't look at us. And to the prophets, prophesy to us the right things. What's the right things? The right things are the things of this Bible. What thus say the Most High in His Word. And the Mashiach Yahushua is the Word of the Most High giving us the instructions from the Most High. Speaking of smooth things, prophesy deceit. See what? Ain't no lies going to the kingdom. So I'm gonna lie to you and not go to the kingdom behind you? And you want to hear lies? You want to hear deceit? You want to hear things that don't have no value at all, no purpose at all? Like I said, you go to hell any way you want to. Don't try to take me with you. Just because you feel a certain way, because you're the devil. Why am I supposed to be the devil with you? Or you gonna allow your people to be the devil? Because you the devil? You supposed to know better. Somebody got to stand for righteousness. Or else everybody going to fall for wickedness. Look what they say, verse 11. Get you out of the way. Oh, man, here they come with this Bible. Here they come with the word of the Most High. Going to make me accountable. Get you out of the way. Get out of my way. Turn aside out of the path. See? I'm going this way. I'm out of here. Turn aside of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Cause the Most High, cause the Mashiach Yahushua to cease from before us. We don't want to hear what that word says. We want to hear whatever it is that the world has to offer. We love the world. This is what the Most High said. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. That's what I say, under the shadow of Pharaoh. This way, the curriculum of this world, the things that they offer you, to go to hell with them. And that's 2/3 of our people too. Don't matter. Because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness, you want to trust in massa. You want to follow the way that they have set everything up for you to follow, to keep your mind off of following the Most High, following the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what they have done. That's the curriculum that's set up, whether it's in religion, the education, the lies, deceit, philosophies, you name it. Politics is all dealing with what? To take your mind off of what you should be doing and studying to make sure you're approving to the Most High. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Verse 12, wherefore, thus said the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, you don't want to hear the word, because you're wicked, and trust in oppression or perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity that you're doing shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. Maybe say I'm gonna bring you low. Now he say I'm gonna bring you down. Now you're gonna make you fall. swelling out in the high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly, at an instant, like a thief in the night. You ain't know when he's coming. You don't have no idea when he's coming. That's why you better be ready. You better be ready. The time is at hand. The time is at hand, people. Mashiach Yahushua told us, look. Go to Matthew 24. In verse 20, he said, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. Pray that you don't bring forth this judgment in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Then shall be great tribulation. You hear that? Then going to be great tribulation. We just read about it in 2 Ezra 9th chapter. Perils, dangers, great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You hear what he's saying? That's how much hell. He tells you going to be for the lack of bread and great tribulation, lack of food, lack of money, and great tribulation. He's saying, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. He said, except those days shall be shortened, except the Most High shorten the days, and send the Mashiach Yahushua back to this earth, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's why you look at days just going by so fast. People say, oh, the days are going by so fast. Seemed like it was just last month. Now it's this month, almost the end of this month. They're just going by faster and faster and faster. Shorten the days. Well, you're going to shorten the time. See, Esau, he added days to the year to prolong his time. No. Most High has everything calculated. But he said, except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, so you got a 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Those days shall be shortened. The days on this earth got to be shortened. They'll kill everybody. You got 8 billion people on the earth. They want to break it down to about 500 million. A lot of things set up to put you in the grave. You know, I was touching an earphone for the phone. It says, wash your hands after touching it because it causes cancer. Put it on my ears. It said, wash your hands after touching it because it can cause cancer. All these products cause cancer. Everything we touch and breathe. That's why I say, hey, for elect's sake, he's going to make your time short. Verse 25, he said, behold, I have told you before. He said, hey, I done told you. But understand. Overstand. Look at verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation that he just talked about, it's going to be so great, the danger is going to be so great, more so than ever was in the world. Of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, nor the stars shall fall from heaven, meaning celebrities and so forth, people of renown in this world, because the stars never going to fall from the sky. It's not talking about that. The Most High put them in their spot. You go out there and look every day, every night. They're going to be right there. Because you know, the day starts from evening to evening, so I say day, but it's still the beginning of the day is the night. When it get dark. So you go out there and look, you see that star that you see, I don't care how long you see it, years and years and years, it's going to be right there. Make sure we understand this, because this is talking about the destruction that's going to be in this world, so that you ain't going to see no stars, you won't see no sun, you won't see no moon, you won't see nothing but soot, black, deep smoke. from the destruction that's coming up. Look at, as far as these stars are concerned, look at Ecclesiastes 43 and 9. In the Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes 43 and 9, concerning these stars not moving in their position. The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, and ornament giving light in the highest places of the Most High. At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order, and never, I repeat, never, just for understanding, and never faint in their watches. So that you know they're going to always be there, shining bright. So, it's not talking about stars. It's talking about people of renown going to fall, going to die, shall fall from heaven. This is heaven right here on this earth. Powers and authority on this earth. And the powers of the heavens, and the powers of the heavens, the powers of this earth, on this earth, powers and authority on this earth, shall be shaken. They're going to be shaken. They're going to reel this earth like a cottage, to and fro, back and forth. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, Mashiach Yahushua, in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and be crying because of him. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, the chariots of the Most High, the eye for identified flying objects of the Most High in heaven, with power and great glory. He's coming back with powers and authority and the glory of the Most High. And he shall send his angels, 200 million, Revelation 9:16 says, with a great sound of a trumpet. He's going to send them with a great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect. Remember, he's going to shorten the days for his elect's sake, 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. They're going to gather together his elect from the four winds, from the four corners of the earth, from one end of heaven to the other. Say. Now, go to Revelation 7, the 7th chapter, first verse. See, when you understand, it tells you, and after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth. Four winds of the earth. You're going to gather us from the four corners of the earth, like I just said. We got four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, holding back the destruction that's going to come on this earth. That the wind should not blow on the earth. That this, we can only say nuclear destruction, but it's going to be destruction like nuclear power. To not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power of Mashiach Yahushua. The seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth. You hear that? To hurt the earth. Not bless the earth, but hurt the earth and the sea. Saying, what are you going to tell them? Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead, in our minds. This is what you're dealing with right now. We're being sealed with the power, roots, and authority, with that mark of these scriptures, understanding the word of the Most High before you right now. Whether you hear or forbear, whether you want to accept it or not. Elect we talking about. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So how you going to say that we're a spiritual nation? No. We are a nation according to the flesh. Nowadays, 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel. Right here in the last books of the Bible. So this is what's going on. These angels are on this earth, ready for the commandment of the Most High through Mashiach Yahushua. An angel of the Most High, hold back the destruction till the Most High rise. The Mashiach Shai gonna rise. Because he ain't gonna do it sitting down. You know, we sitting on the right hand side of the Most High. Most High ain't standing on Mashiach Shai sitting down, he's sitting down. Watching everything. Observing this wicked world. And when the Most High decides, only the Most High knows. Let nobody fool you in saying that it's going to be some other way. Only the Most High knows. And when he determined and say, look, it's time to go. And when you see it says, hey, the sun, you're going to see the sun, you're going to see the moon, you're going to see the stars no more. Look, Revelation 6 and 14. Well, let's look at 13. But we just read it. It said, and the stars of heaven fell upon the earth. We just read how the stars never going to come out of their order and stop shining where the Most High put them in. That's talking about people of renown, so-called renown on this earth. Heaven is power from the authority on the earth. That's the first heaven. Second heaven is the ozone layer, the sky, firmament. Third heaven is where the Most High dwell, and the angels. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs. That's how they're going to be dying, they say. When she is shaken of a mighty wind. They're going to be falling, dying like figs with a wind blowing the figs, and they're ripe and ready to come off that tree. Falling to the earth. That's what he's saying. Listen, and the heaven departed as a scroll right here on this earth. Like a nuclear bomb. It's right here. And the heaven departed as a scroll. You know that scroll had a nuclear bomb hitting it. When they bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you can look it up. How that mushroom cloud went up. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, follow us. They're going to run into the mountains and the rocks. They're going to be screaming, follow us, and hide us from the faces of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Hide us from the face of the Most High. Hide us from the face of the Mashiach, the Lamb of the Most High. For the great day of his wrath has come. Who shall be able to stand? Hear that? That's real, people. That's why you go to Jeremiah 16:16. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishes. What we doing now? You know, we're fishing, hopefully for someone to hear this word and come back to the Most High. Come back to a Mashiach Yahushua. And keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, and have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, fear the Most High, and cry unto the Most High. Behold, I will send for many fishes, said the Most High, and they shall fish them. That's what we're doing now. It's only a dispensation of time that we're going to do this, though. Because listen, and then, and after, will I send for many hunters. See? Remember, they're going into the mountains, into the rocks, right? See, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain. Here it is. These hunters going to hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. See that? Most I say, he see everything. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He said, my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face. Neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. We got double. As the children of Israel, say, I'm going to recompense their iniquity, he said, and their sin, their wickedness and their sins double, because they have defiled my land. So they defiled the Most High land. He loved the land of Israel. So they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. See? And here in America too. They have defiled this land, he's saying. Therefore the judgment is coming. You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. It is what it is, people. Just a matter of where you're going to be at when all this go down. He said going to be rolled up like a scroll, a mushroom cloud right there. Mashakel Shai coming back. He ain't playing. Whereas some of y'all, taking the Most High lightly, you don't fear him, or if you're going to fear him, then everybody going to cry. He just said all the tribes going to mourn. Look at Revelation 1 and 7. Shoot, you better understand. Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. It's like we just read about. The clouds are the chariots of the Most High. Psalms 104 and 3 defines him. And every eye shall see him. So don't worry about nobody telling you he's over here, he's over there now. He said every eye gonna see him. Remember, they're gonna run into the mountains. He gonna say, there they are in the mountains. They're gonna run into the hills and the rocks. He gonna say, there they are in the hills and the rocks. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. So don't worry about nobody telling you there. You gonna see him. He said every eye gonna see him. And they also which pierced him. All you that don't want to believe in him and haven't believed in him. This generation, the generation before, never believed in him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail. He said mourn. They said you're going to be crying because of him. Even so. So deal with that. That's real. It's real, people. This is nothing to play with. It's something that you got to really look at, trying to get yourself right so you'll be right with the Most High. The Most High said. Look at Ezekiel 35, dealing with Edomites, so-called Caucasian, indigenous Caucasian people today. Ezekiel 35 and 10 said, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. Remember it said how they polluted, they have defiled this land. So we looking at Israel over here, what the 9.5 tribes was. These two nations, these two countries shall be mine. They taken the land of Israel, they taken the land where the 9.5 tribes came, over here in the Western Hemisphere. These two countries shall be mine. And we will possess it. Whereas the Most High was there, see? Therefore, as I live, said the Most High Power, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. So we say, that hatred that they have for us, the Most High said he gonna bring it to them. And I will magnify myself, make myself known among them when I have judged thee. So he's going to make himself known to us as he brings the judgment upon them. And thou shalt know that I am the Most High, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. He's telling you what you saying, what you have said, until the end. Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me. You hear what he said? Thus with your mouth you have boasted against the Most High, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Y'all be like, hey, who see me? Nobody see me. That's what y'all look. Most I said, I've heard. Hold that. They said, I've heard them, right? Go to Isaiah 47. 47 chapter. I heard them. Most I said, hey, you boasted against me? See, I've heard you. Look. Isaiah 47. Look at Isaiah 47 and verse 7. It says, and thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. You ain't lay this to your mind. I'll be a lady forever. Got Statue of Liberty hanging out in the capital of America, New York City. Say we're gonna be a lady forever, but you ain't lay this to your mind. Neither did thou remember the latter end of it. See, that's the last days. Remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, living the life of the rich and famous, that dwelleth carelessly. He said, you dwell carelessly. That saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, and that's y'all. Y'all say. Y'all say, hey, y'all painted in the Bibles. Y'all have y'all picture as the Most High. You got your picture as a Mashiach Yahushua. Mashiach Yahushua said in St. John 8:58. They asked him in verse 53, who do you say you are? He said in verse 58 of St. John 8th chapter, he said, before Abraham was, I am. You can't lie about this. You said in your mind, I am, and none else beside me. See? Y'all said, they said, I am, and none beside me. They drew the pictures to prove it. I shall not sit as a widow. That means, ain't none of your men gonna die. Neither shall I know the loss of children. None of your children gonna die. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood, I mean the men gonna be killed. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries. Come on, you know it's a lot of witchcraft here. Psychics and palm readers, all that. And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. See? So, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, just like we just read. Ezekiel 36:13. Thus with thy mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them, he said. But just what they think. But verse 10 of Isaiah 47, but thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Most says, I heard everything you said, and have done. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Nobody else did that. You don't see any Bibles with the Arabs, or the Africans, or the East Indians, or the Chinese, or Japanese. It's only you. Only the Edomites did that. So it says, Ezekiel 35:13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Most High Power, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. So when the whole earth rejoices, they're going to be made desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, which means Edom, Rome, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Most High. So they're going to know that he's the Most High. Point blank. So now, we're going back to Isaiah 30. Had a little bit of something concerning the Edomites and how, let you know, like I say, you trusted them in the shadow of Egypt, the shadow of your captives, the shadow of your oppressors, and not in the Most High, and the Mashiach Yahushua. He got something for you. Isaiah 30 and 11, just what Israel say. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. I don't want to hear that all. Here come that Bible stuff again. I don't want to hear that. You got to bring the word all the time. You want to talk about the word. I don't want to hear that. You're rebellious. Wherefore thus said the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in the oppression of perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this breach shall be to you, and a breach ready to fall. swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessels that is broken in pieces. That's how he say, remember you talk about he'll bring you low, he'll bring you down, he's gonna make you fall, he's gonna break you like a potter's vessel. Take a pot and just throw it down and break it into pieces. He shall not spare. He ain't gonna spare you. That's why I'm here to warn you. So that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a shred to take fire from the earth, or to take water withal out of the pits. Ain't nothing gonna be left. You can't even burn it, he said. You can't put no water, so you're gonna make it so it's just full of pieces, little pieces. That's why we gotta wake up, people. Romans 13:11. Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, you gotta know the time and understand, overstand, point blank. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. So they want you to remain asleep. The world will tell you in Isaiah 60:2, the people are in gross darkness, gross ignorance. They want you to remain like that. They don't want you to try and focus on trying to exercise your mind. They want you to remain in the congregation of the dead. And that knowing the time, you better know the time, that now, right now, this day, it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. It's nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent. Hear that? The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Hamashiach bringing that day, that morning star, bringing that day, that light to those that's going to be shining bright with his light in the glory of the Most High. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Cast off the works of darkness, ignorance, not knowing. Following what they say. You want to keep some must put in the book. It's a book of life. It talks to us. It's our book. Children of Israel. Say the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Hear that? Protection of light. You want to be protected, you better look at what that light is. You better know. Proverbs 6:23. You better know the protection, the armor. Armor is for protection of light. What's that light? Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. You know? The armor of light. Putting the laws on and keeping the laws, applying the laws in your life when the book is closed. It's protection. It can protect you. Because you doing what the Most High say do. He said, look. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So, if you, he said the armor, right? So, look, this Deuteronomy 28:1-2. You keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. So, therefore, this is what you can expect. And it shall come to pass if, that's a condition, thou shalt hearken, listen diligently unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, which we didn't before. Now we can hear the word of the Most High, because his voice have a word, and the Most High say he going to talk to us in the last days through his Son, who is the word of the Most High. So he's speaking to us in these last days. That you're going to hearken to the voice of the Most High. A voice have words, and the words that come from the voice is Hamashiach Yahushua in these last days, speaking to us, the Spirit of the Most High, Spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua. But those that have ears to hear and eyes to see, to understand spiritual understandings. And it shall come to pass, if you shall hearken, listen diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth. That's what we prepared ourselves for. We rehearsing the righteous acts. to prepare ourselves to be above all nations of the earth, in keeping the commandments of the Most High, and having the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, as we read in Revelations 14 and 12. And all these blessings, see that? Blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if, was a condition, people, thou shalt hearken, listen unto the voice of the Most High thy power. His voice brings forth words. We know that the Mashiach Yahushua is the word of the Most High. So the voice of the Most High brought forth the word of the Most High that we got to listen to. That had the spirit of the Most High. And to bring all things back to our remembrance. So when you start bringing things back to remembrance, you're going to remember what it is that he's saying. Or you're going to be lost. And do the things that will bring forth, verse 15 to 68, continually, the curses. But if you do what he say do, you're going to be blessed. And that's all he wants you to do, is just do what's right. Follow him. I want to go to 1 Peter 4 and 18. 1 Peter 4 and 18. First Peter 4:18. And if, was a condition, the righteous scarcely be saved. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the unrighteous and the sinner appear? If the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the unrighteous and the sinner appear? I'll tell you this. Go to Revelation 20:15. Know this. Know this much. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So the righteous scarcely going to be saved, but their name will be written in the book of life. What's the sinner and the one that work in abomination and iniquity? Where they going to be found? And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Point blank. That's your choice. Choose life or death. That's it. As it is written. Let's see. Look at James, the 2nd chapter. And we're going to look at verse 18. Let's read verse 17. It says, even so faith, if it hath not works, you got faith, but you don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You don't want to do what he say do, his rules and regulations. Even so faith, if it hath not works, you ain't keeping the laws of the Most High, is dead, being alone. And you think all you got to do is have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, or whatever name you call him, the anointed Savior. Even so faith, if it hath not works, you ain't studying to show yourself approved of the Most High, to know these laws, statutes, commandments, moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and following them, is dead, being alone. It's dead being alone. Yeah. A man may say, thou hast faith. A man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works. What we said? Show me your faith without your works, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest that there is one power, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is what it say. Thou doest well. Yeah, you do well. Believing that there is one power, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thou doest well. The devil also believed and trembled. Hear that? The devils also believe and tremble. So they ain't got no power over the Most High. Hamashiach Yahushua, the righteous angels, Hamashiach Yahushua gonna cast them into the lake of fire. Understand this, understand this, believe this, have faith in that. But without no vain man or worthless man, good for nothing man, that faith without works is dead. Don't you realize that? You believe in the Most High. Say the devils believe in tremble. You say, but without no old vain man, thinking you all that, we ain't nothing as we ought to be. That faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Now I'm going to say how Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, his only begotten son. Because he had already cast out Hagar and Ishmael. He only had Isaac. Getting ready to take him out. Most High brought a sacrifice for him. That's his works. Some works to prove his faith in the Most High. Doing what the Most High say do. So he said in 1 John 5:3, that it's the love of the Most High that we keep his commandments. His commandments are not grievous. Hamashiach said in St. John 14:50, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's simple. This ain't no hard thing. Look at James 3 and 10. Out of the same mouth proceeded blessing and cursing. My brother, these things ought not so to be. Out of your mouth, you're gonna cause yourself to be blessed. Because what it is, it comes from the thought to something you say to an action. And that action, from your thoughts to your speech, your words that come out of your mouth, bring forth a blessing from your action or curses. Like I told you, you're either going to receive from one